Hey Nightlock, it's Virginia. I'm here with your 10th TMI video. Um, I've done this video like 4 times now, but for various reasons it hasn't worked. Like one time, like the sound just didn't record. Another time, the video was too long so it wouldn't upload. So it's just been a mess, and I'm really sorry it's getting to you so late. But anyways, I'm just gonna start with the video. Or the TMI, and it's gonna be great, and I'm gonna do my best. So yeah. So sorry, I'm Virginia, obviously, and I play Vespa Lane, Ava Scoria. I'm blanking on my characters: Gage Curtis and Sienna Davenport. They all were, and I'm also I'm making Jacob Crosswell right now. So, he'll be up and running soon, and I'm excited for that. And there's Boomer in the background, working. So, Sadie's off to the side, killing a toy that I'll need to steal from her at some point. But here's Bill. So, to get started with the TMI Tuesday, Drama wants to know if I have any nicknames and if I like them. Well, I'm named after my grandma, and, oh, that's cute, you see little Boomer ears. So I'm named after my grandma, and apparently, like, before I was born, she wanted to nickname me Ginger, and my mom was just like, no. So, that's not my nickname, it never has been, never will be. My brother sometimes calls me Ginny, but he's sort of the only one that calls me that, and I mean, I don't really have any other nicknames. Sometimes people call me Virginie, which is just weird. I don't know. People call me that. I don't mind. And my sorority nicknamed me Sweet Teas, and so you can kind of figure out that story on your own. It's a pretty, like, simple nickname to figure out. So, yeah, there's those nicknames. But I really just kind of go by Virginia. Oh, sorry, I just got texted by a friend. Let's see. Okay, so if I could kidnap any character for a day, who would it be and why? I would probably kidnap Ariel, because I already want to kidnap her and steal her, because I want her to be my character, and I wish she was my character, and I wish I was able to create someone that badass. But if I'm already being given the opportunity to kidnap someone, I'll kidnap Ariel because I already want to steal her anyway. Let's see. My favorite bands are Maroon 5, One Republic, Train, One Direction, Hot Shell Ray. And they're all boy bands, which is kind of funny. I sort of just blame it on being a 90s kid. So, yeah. Favorite songs by them? I mean, I know this isn't, like, the answer you want to hear, but I do love, like, all of their songs. Like, there isn't one song by any of them that I, like, listen to and I'm like, meh. I really do like all their songs. I think they're all great. So, yeah. Do I like musicals? I do like musicals. I think they're really fun. I just don't go to a lot of them. I've only been to 2 that were done professionally because, like, they're expensive to go to. And I don't really, like, I'm sure there is, like, local theater around. I just don't really know of it. Oh, my brother used to do musicals. He used to see his musicals, too, because he was in a little, like, after work kind of group. So they did a bunch of them, which are fun. So, I mean, professionally, I think the best one I saw was probably Memphis, and I saw that on Broadway, and that was really good. So if you have the chance to see that, go see it. And I think one that's just funny and silly is A Year in the Life of Frog and Toad. And I don't know if you remember them, but, like, the Frog and Toad books, well, there's a musical about them. And it's just so funny, and it's, oh my gosh, if you can see it, just see it, because, like, even though it's, like, a little kid thing, it's so funny and so cute. Pick the Disney character that best represents you and explain how. I think the Disney character that best represents me is probably Rapunzel from Tangled, because she's very, like, sweet and innocent and naive and just kind of figuring things out, And she was kind of thrown into the world, and I was just kind of thrown into the world with college because I didn't have a lot of experiences in high school. And she's like figuring out like the whole like boy romance thing, which I'm doing. She's very indecisive. She's very worrisome, which is very much like me. She's fun. She's spunky. She's strong, which is also like me. So it just sort of like works. I feel like I'm one with her. I'm kidding. My favorite, or not favorite, but like the Disney character that probably has like the special place in my heart is probably Sleeping Beauty, Princess Aurora, because she was my favorite princess when I was little. So, another fun little story is when I was little, I kind of grew up in an alternate universe produced by Walt Disney. So like when I walked out of the house, I wasn't wearing clothes, I was wearing costumes. Like I wore like princess costumes out and about. I ran around like my elementary school like in tutu. When I was like 3 years old. I wasn't going there, but my older siblings were in the elementary school I went to, so I would run around in it tutu. And bare feet. I was a weird child. So yeah. Ah, zombie attack is coming! What do I have prepared to fight them off? I don't really have anything to fight them off. I mean, currently, I have a field hockey stick in the garage, which I can use to like hack them to death. In terms of, like, survival, I have an Easy Mac in my closet. Oh, here's Sadie. She's gonna growl at me. Oh, look, I have a Sadie. I have an Easy Mac in my closet. I have a box of Girl Scout cookies, Samoas. And now I have a Sadie. Maybe I can just use Sadie and she'll just eat them and growl at them, and that's how I'll fight off the zombie attack. Say hi, Sadie. So there's Sadie. You already met Boomer, and here's Sadie, so she'll stay on my lap for as long as she feels like it. So that's kind of all I have fended off, or I have prepared to, like, save myself. So my guess is I'm probably gonna die and become a zombie and eat brains, which I guess is a life choice that I've made. So we'll get to that when that comes eventually. If I could run the world for one day, what would I like to see changed, fixed, and done? Or done / whatever, however you want to interpret that. Lady. I would like to fix the whole public education system. I mean, I want to be a teacher, and I really want to, like, fix the system, have it do what it's supposed to be doing, which is preparing kids for college, and giving them, like, and not kind of like setting up that like X amount of kids will go to college, X amount of kids will go into like career specific schools, like vocation schools, and X amount of kids will not go to college, because it's still doing the tracking system, which it shouldn't be doing. And I really want to change the whole like tenure system, because like it just shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be that easy to get tenure, if we're being plainly honest. Okay. Next question. So that's what I would do to fix the world, because we need good education and to form people to lead the future of the world. Okay. So what's my favorite sport, and have I ever played it before? I have two favorite sports. I played one of them. I was a soccer player from all the time when I was 4 to 17. I loved it so much. I wish I was still playing, but I don't want that to be the only thing in my college career. So, there's that. But I love soccer. I don't really like to watch it, though. I just kind of like to play it. So, yeah. I lost my train of thought right there. I'm sorry. But I love soccer. I just don't really like to watch it. I'll watch, like, Olympics women's soccer, but that's about it. Because, I don't know, I never really got into watching soccer. I should have, because I was a soccer player, but I didn't. And I also love hockey. I love watching hockey. I wish I played hockey. I kind of joked with my mom that had she put me in hockey when I asked her to, I would have had a silver medal by now from Vancouver. Hi, Bill. But she didn't, and I don't, so it all worked out. But I watch hockey. I follow the Sharks. Go Sharks. Chomping. I don't know if you know what chomping is. I can tell you at a later time. But yeah, so go Sharks. I love the sport though. It's so much fun. It's like high energy, fast paced, physical, contact. Love it. Hi, Sadie. See, she loves me. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. You can see Boomer's ears in the background. And Sadie wants love. Okay. Next question is, which of my characters, if any, is the most like me, and do I find them easier or harder to play for that reason? So, Ava and Sienna, if you probably combine them, it's probably the most like me, but, like, Ava has the whole, like, sweet, motherly, I need to take care of everyone side of me, and Sienna has the more, like, fiery, spunky, like, sassy edge of me. And I find them both really easy to play. It's just, since, I think if they were combined, it'd be a lot harder for me to channel them. But since they have, like, two different aspects of me, I can, like, find use for them in different ways, if that makes sense. And if I could be trapped with 5 people / characters from the site, who would they be and why? Well, first I'm going to take Sam, and I'd be trapped with her, because I need her more, because she has so much work, and it's sad, and I wish she was here more. So I would take her. I would take Sarah. I would take Drama, because I love them both. I love everyone on the site, though, so I feel like I have to pick who I love the most. It's not fair. I would take Ray, because I love her, too. And she's so easy to talk to, and I want to, like, I feel like I'm also taking Team Canada because I want to pet Moose, and I want to perfect a Canadian accent, because I can. That's not the only reason. I love you both. Really. Truly. I promise. I haven't even done a Canadian accent. I'm really bad at it, though, so I'm not going to, because I'll just embarrass myself, and I'll probably offend you, too, and that would be bad. So, anyway. Sadie, you're a weird dog. And the last person, was that 5? Sam, Sarah, Drama, right. I have one more. Okay. And I would probably take, it's hard. Maybe I would take, oh my gosh, I hate doing this. I think I'll pick, I would pick I was about to say Stasia and it's Stasia, I'm sorry. Pick Stasia because she just has like a really dry sense of humor, which is really fun, and she's always really entertaining, and we have like the same Tumblr, which is weird. It's kind of funny though, if you like look at both of our Tumblrs, they're like the same exact thing. So, those are the 5, and why. So, there's that. Continuing on with questions. Gosh, you guys are going to be so tired of me by the time this is over. So, who do I have the most muse for out of all my characters? Probably my girls are the ones I have the most muse for. Like, I love Gage, but, like, he's just a little bit harder to write. I don't know why. But I do love him. But I sometimes get, like, Gage moods. But probably the one I have the most muse for out of all of them is probably, Vespa. I don't know why. Maybe, like, because she was, like, the first one that I was, like, really, like, gung-ho for, and she's just fun, and she's a hot mess, and I really want her to get better and figure out her life. So probably Vespa is the one I have the most views for. My favorite male and female characters on Nightlock. Picking favorites again, my lord. Well, It's including my own and not including my own. Well, I already told you I want to steal Ariel, so we'll just say she's my favorite female character that's not on my own. My favorite male character, that's hard. I think, I mean, there's so many great male characters, though. Because I think I'll go with Kingston just because he gives me endless amusement. Like, he's just like, I don't know your kid's name. What the hell is your kid's name now? And he calls kids, like, thing 1 and thing 2. Like, who does that? And then he, like, pretends to rape people for the hell of it because he doesn't want them following him. I don't know. He just is funny. I just find him really funny, which is probably really bad that I find him funny. But I do. So, Um, then in my own characters, oh dear, I love them all. Don't make me pick between my babies. I'll probably pick Gage just because he's my accepted and active, male baby for right now. And I don't want to have to pick between Gage and Jake because then I'll just become a hot mess myself. And I'll just default to picking Sienna as my favorite girl because then Gage and Sienna can run off and be happy and have little babies together. Yes, they're together. I know it's weird that I'm shipping my own characters, but it just sort of like, if you read both of their apps, you'll just kind of see like how they could work together. It's not like I actively tried to do that. It's I wrote Sienna and then I wrote Gage and I was just like, oh, they could actually work really well together. So I'm just kind of trying it out. So I know it's weird. I'm sorry. Okay. The funniest thread I've read in a while. Well, guilty as charged. I don't actually read a lot of threads. I should because I really want to like learn more about other people's characters and like that I'm not directly in plots with because everyone has great characters and everything. It's just something I haven't done but I want to do. But the funniest that I've been in a long while is the one I'm in right now with Sam, with Vespa and Static, because she drunkenly makes her way from District 6 to District 5, passes out in Static's backyard, wakes up in his rose bed. He carries her in while she's still passed out, puts her on the couch, she wakes up, and the first thing that comes out of her mouth is, "Did we have sex last night?" And then she asks where her missing shoe is, because she has a thing about where she, like, loses one shoe. That's funny, you can see Boo's ears. Let's see. And then she proceeds to say that his house is ugly. It's just really amusing for me. So, yeah. That's probably the funniest start I've been in a while. Then, what are my top 4 favorite ships on Nightlock? I'll just say the top 4 that come to mind. Okay, which are probably Rover and Ava, Robert and Ebony, Kingston and Cecilia, and oh dear, I just lost it. Well, I mean, they're not active yet because Jake isn't accepted yet, and he's not, like, his app isn't done yet, but Jake and Aaron will be really cute, and I'm really excited to have their whole, like, shipping going because it'll be really fun and really dramatic, and I'm excited. So those are probably my top 4. But they're my top 4 because they're the first 4 I was able to think of. So, let's see, I already talked about my favorite bands, so I'm gonna skip that. I'm sorry, Sarah, but drama beat you. Kind of, I don't know. Do I have a favorite book, musical, or movie? I already talked about musicals. I have a lot of favorite movies. I love, like, any chick flick. I love 27 Dresses, The Ugly Truth, anything Pixar, Disney. Catch Me If You Can is a great movie. Favorite book, I mean, obviously I love The Hunger Games. I really like Harry Potter, too, because I'm a nerd. The Janet Ivanovich, One for the Money, Stephanie Plum series, whatever kind of series you want to call it, is really good. So funny. The Help is a great book. Those are kind of the top books, I would say. Let's see. If I could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? I mean, I really love the Bay Area, and I would love to, like, settle down here, have my family here, send my kids down to, like, where I went to high school. Which sounds like really, like, snobby and, like, Bay Area snob of, like, nowhere else is good enough. But, like, I just really love it here. Like, I think it's a great place. So, it's just sort of what I'm used to, what I like, what I know. I mean, I've been to the East Coast, but I just like my Bay Area better. So, that's all. Oh, Sadie. Anyway, but, like, I mean, I do think it'd be fun, like, to do the whole live somewhere else for a few years and then come back. But I always kind of like, in my like worldview, I always see myself ending up back in the Bay Area to live. So, tell us about one really good day. I know I've had like a lot of like good days. I don't want to like sound pessimistic or like doom and gloom. I just can't think of a lot of them. Let's see. One really good day was when I got my bid to my sorority, and I was just like, it was just like a day where like you're just thrown around with like love and like hugs and like goodness, and I got my big that day, and everything just like worked perfectly for that one day, and it was like wonderful. There was a huge like party after the end of the night. It's called Scream Night. It was fun. Another really good day was when I got all my like scholarship to go to my college, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to go there, which would be sad. And I'd have to go to a big state school, which I didn't want to go to. So yeah, that's kind of my good days that I can think of that like really struck a chord that I would always remember. When and how did I get into role playing? Well, this is sort of an embarrassing story. It's not embarrassing, like, oh, that's funny, shame on, like, not shame on you, but, like, you should have known better, saw that one coming. It's just sort of, like, juvenile. I got into role-playing probably, like, end of, like, elementary school, start of middle school, so I was, like, 10 or 11, roughly. And I don't know if any of you were ever on it or heard of it, but I got into role-playing through Neopets. And so I was on, like, one of those guild things they have there, and some people were role-playing. It was really just, like, chat playing. And so I was like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, we're role-playing. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Can I try? And so then I tried it, and I really liked it. So then I went on to, like, the Neo boards, and I role-played there. And, like, at first it was still chat play, and then I got into, like, the more literate of, like, oh, this is writing a post. And then I would, like, roleplay with, like, people on, like, AIM or, like, email and stuff like that. And then it kind of got to the, like, point of, like, oh, like, will you check out my site? Oh, we have a, like, cool, like, Harry Potter roleplay site or whatever. And so I do that, and that's kind of how I slowly got into, like, the Envision Free boards. And then from there it just kind of grew, and now I'm on Nightlock after all these years. So that's how I got into role-playing and when, as embarrassing and childish as that sounds. My favorite fandoms. I've only ever role-played kind of two things, which are Harry Potter and now Hunger Games, and this was my first Hunger Games roleplay. I used to do like a little bit of real life, but it was, I don't know, I felt weird doing real life, so I just stopped doing it. But yeah, those are kind of the only two I do. Harry Potter and Hunger Games, and now I've kind of lost muse for Harry Potter, so I'm just in Hunger Games now on Nightlock. Yay. My favorite thing about California, I really love the people here. Everyone's really laid back, and it's very much like go with the flow. Like everyone's really friendly. Everyone's just kind of like there to help you if you need it. Like if they see you struggling, they'll help you. If you like go up and ask someone, they'll like stop what they're doing. They'll like offer you help. They'll chat. It's really nice. And people are very much like, you can do your own thing and have fun. Just like don't hurt anyone else. I don't know. It's like the people and the attitude and the atmosphere. I love the weather. I love being a weather wimp. I think 50 degrees is cold. I know it's not cold for all you East Coasters and Canadians and English and I think Kiwis. Ed is from New Zealand. But I think 50 degrees is cold. But no, I love my California. I love the sun. I just love it. And it's not that like it's sunny every day. It's like I live in Northern California in the Bay Area, so it gets foggy. And it's not like 80 degrees every day either. But it's like it's sunny. It's nice. It's pleasant. I like it. I don't know if like I don't know how to, like, say what my favorite thing about it is. So, I tried. I hope I answered it. San Francisco or San Diego? Well, obviously San Francisco, but, I mean, apart from just saying that, like, when I think of the two cities, like, San Francisco to me strikes me as, like, a real city, whereas San Diego strikes me as, like, a vacation spot. Because, like, San Diego, I'm sure I've been there once when I was 3, so I don't even remember it. But, like, I think of, like, the beach, I think of the zoo, I think of, like, the military bases that are there, too, because they have a big, like, Air Force and Navy there. But, like, when I think of San Francisco, I think of, like, the city, I think of the skyline, I think of the Golden Gate, I think of the Bay Bridge, I think of Alcatraz, I think of Coit Tower, I think of Haight-Ashbury, I think of Nopa, I think of the Castro. Like, there's just a lot that makes San Francisco, and I don't feel like there's that in San Diego. So, I mean, I have a Bay Area bias, but I just love San Francisco, and I think it's a great city, and I want to live there after college, because it'd be fun. And who doesn't want to live in a city after college, where there's fun, and clubs, and goodness. So, yeah, San Francisco over San Diego any day. Funniest YouTube video. I don't watch a lot of YouTube. But I mean the funniest videos or the videos that always like make me happy that I watch on there are Puppy Can't Get Up, Mommy's Nose is Scary, Sneezing Baby Panda I think is the actual name of the video. Those were kind of the top 3 that come to mind. Oh, Surprise Kitty, that one's cute too. Those are kind of the ones that just make me happy. So, I know it's kind of lame, and I should have like some cooler YouTube videos to share, but I don't. What do I love doing in my spare time? Besides RPing, well, RPing takes up most of my spare time, but I love to watch TV. I love hanging out with my 2 best friends, Madeline and Christine, now that they're back in the country and in driving distance, finally. I love playing with my dogs. I love going to the gym and working out, which I need to start doing. Eating. I'm a girl. I like to eat. So, yeah. What are my favorite TV shows? I love Glee. I'm a Gleek. Yes, I am. I also watched the Glee Project. I'm not so happy with the judging on it, but I just watch it. It's kind of an addiction at this point. Not too proud of that. I love Covert Affairs. I love White Collar. I love Modern Family. I've recently gotten into How I Met Your Mother, and I love Monk. So, those are kind of my favorite TV shows. And, Necessary Roughness. Kind of anything on USA is, like, in my top TV shows. Oh, and I really like Chuck, but I just need to actually, like, kind of watch the whole thing. So, yeah. College football, basketball, or baseball? Well, I sort of fall asleep whenever I watch baseball. I'm just not a basketball girl. I just don't like it. So I would say college football. It's fun. It's like it has a lot of energy. So definitely college football. Because I feel like it's less like start and stop than like professional football, like NFL. But yeah, I don't really like follow college sports though. Even though I know they're fun to watch, I just don't follow them. I just follow the NHL. So, oopsie. What is my favorite thing about Nightlog? I'm going to do the cheat answer and say the people, because the people are kind of what make the site what it is. Like, you could have all the graphics and everything, but, like, if you didn't have the people, it wouldn't be the same site. Like, you'd have a completely different set of people, and it'd be a completely different site. So, it's definitely the people, because everyone's, like, so nice, so friendly. I love everyone. Everyone's so sweet. Everyone's so welcoming. So, it's definitely the people that make the site. Because, like, they all have great characters. I don't know. It's just, I love it. Yeah. What is my favorite pairing of hair and eye color? Well, I've discovered I finally have a type, and my type is Matthew Bomer, Christopher Gorham, who plays Augie on Covert Affairs, the blind guy, um, Grant Gustin, Andrew Garfield. So my type is skinny, smirky, brunette. So my favorite hair and eye color pairing is probably brunette with like blue or green eyes. Because, yeah, I have a type, and my friends make fun of me for it, and I just say that they're just jealous. Who are the most attractive characters on Nightlock? That's not fair because all the playbys are celebrities who are by default pretty and attractive. So I don't know how to answer that. Because it's like being mean. Like, you're pretty, but you're not that pretty. You're not as pretty, even though you're still pretty. But I mean, I kind of have an obsession with Blake Lively, so I would say Blake Lively, who plays Leanna Lane, and Katina plays Leanna Lane. So her, she's very attractive. And then most attractive male. I'm just gonna go with Grant Gustin, Static by Sam, because I adore Grant Gustin and want to steal him. Which sounds scary and creepy and stalkerish, but I do love him and think he's extremely attractive. So, yeah. And if I was stranded on an island and could only take 5 Nightlock characters with me, who would they be and why? Gosh. I would take Ariel because she could, like, swim out into the ocean and save me and, like, get help. I think I'd take Siren because then we could, like, sing together and it'd be fun. And she just seems like, I don't know, I also love Siren. I also kind of want to steal her for myself. Or, like, I haven't read her apps, so I don't even know if she has siblings, but, like, make her, like, older sister so I can just, like, protect her and, like, shield her from everything bad in the world. I don't know. That makes no sense, but, like, I just love those two D4 girls. I kind of want to make my own District 4 girl, but I don't know how to make her yet. So if you're looking for a District 4 girl, let me know. Anyway. Who else would I'd take Rover because he would just, like, build me a fort and, like, a house and make sure I'm safe and that I won't die. And he'll keep everyone in line. That's 3. I take Ava with me because she would heal me and make sure everyone, like, stays safe and healthy. And who else would I take? I think I would take Harlow because she's just a badass, and I would need, like, a mom character to, like, keep me sane and be like, Virginia, stop, you're freaking out, we're gonna be fine. So those would be the 5 I would take. And now to the last set of questions. Finally, I know I've been talking a lot longer than I've been planning to, but previous videos have been an hour long, so just keep that in mind while you watch this. Who is my favorite Nightlocker to talk to? I mean, the one I probably talk to most is Sarah, because she's my twin and I love her to death. But, like, I also love talking to Drama. I love talking to Stasia. I love talking to Clips when I find her on. I love talking with, like, Socks and Katina and, like, everyone, really. It's just who I catch on, like, when the C-Box is going full blast, if I'm able to get in, or anything. Oh my gosh, how could I forget Ray? I love talking to Ray. So, yeah. That's also kind of a cheat answer, but I'm gonna go with it. What is one plot I want to see running around Nightlock? I mean, like I said before, I'm really excited to see Jake and Jaren, as dubbed by Sarah. I'm really excited to see that plot going around, but, like, in terms of, like, plots I have in the back of my head that I want to see, like, go out and, like, be done on Nightlock, I don't really have any plots in, like, mind that I want to, like, see played out by someone else. That sounds mean, but, like, it's just I don't have any plots that, like, I don't have any plots to share. Like, I don't have anything in mind that I could share, really. So, I don't really have an answer for that. I wish I did, though. I wish I could contribute to, like, the subplot forum thing, whatever it is. I wish I could do that, but I just don't have anything in mind now. Like, maybe I will eventually. I hope I do. But I just don't have anything now. I could chill with 5 Night Lockers. Who are they and why? I feel like I did that in one of Drama's questions, but I think it was, if I was trapped with 5, who would they be? But probably like Sam, Sarah, Ray, Drama, Stasia. You'd probably be my top 5. But like, I honestly I'd love to chill with like any 5 of you, honestly. Like, if I'm ever in the same place, I will be like, I want to get coffee with you, so we're gonna hang out, and it totally won't be weird or creepy, because we don't do that. Favorite Disney movie? So my favorite Disney movie, well, the one that has a special place in my heart is, Sleeping Beauty. I love Tangled. I love anything Pixar. Is Flubber Disney? Do you remember Flubber? With, like, the little green, like, rubbery dude and Robin Williams? I love that movie, though. I wish I had it on DVD. So Flubber is one. I love Cinderella. I love Beauty and the Beast. I'm a princess kind of girl, so, yeah. What is the meaning of life? Well, according to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the meaning of life is 42. So make of that what you will. My dream vacation is to have an unlimited budget and to go and travel all across Europe and explore and have fun and, like, do everything there is to offer in Europe. Have you ever been surfing? No, I haven't been surfing. I don't really want to go surfing in California because the water is freezing because it comes from Alaska. And I've never actually even worn a wetsuit. I've just sort of walked along the beaches in Northern California because they're so cold to go into, and you need, like, a wetsuit to actually, like, swim in them. Like, you can go to Santa Cruz and, like, tan on those beaches, but, like, Half Moon Bay, it's foggy. No, it just doesn't work like that. I kind of wanted to learn how to surf when I was in Hawaii on vacation, but that just didn't end up working out. So I don't know how to surf. I never have surfed. I probably never will surf. So, I'm sorry. Tell us how Utah got borders. Okay, well, as you know, I'm a history buff, and I used to watch this documentary series called How the States Got Their Shapes. And Utah got its borders because when the Mormons left the U.S., they went to the area that later became the Mexican Cession, and they had this huge area. And then the U.S. bought the Mexican Cession, or no, they didn't buy it. But they got the Mexican Cession after the Mexican-American War, I think, something like that. I should know that. But I'm taking American history next semester, so I can round out those little details for you. So they got the Mexican Cession, and they weren't comfortable with how much, like, land the Mormons were taking up, so they gave them the area that was Nevada to Colorado. So they had that area, then California became a state, and after California became a state, then Nevada had its silver rush. So they cut off the Nevada border where the silver ended. So then Utah was just kind of the area that was Utah to Colorado. And so then Colorado then had its gold rush. And so then they cut off the border for Colorado where the gold started. So then Utah was kind of in the middle of, it didn't have silver and it didn't have gold. And then Wyoming became a state, and it had something, so that's, like, why there's a little notch in Utah. So yeah, that's how Utah got its borders. Because, and, like, the kind of, like, the saying is that, like, the government wanted the Mormons to have as little land as possible and as little resources as possible, so that's why. So yeah. And what is my zodiac sign? I'm a Scorpio, like a lot of Night Lockers. Does it fit me? I don't really know. I think there are, like, aspects of it that fit me, but I don't think it entirely fits me. I think I'm more of, like, a Libra or a Virgo or something. I don't really know. I don't really follow, like, horoscopes or zodiacs. I just sort of let it be and let people be who they are without being influenced by, like, that type of stuff. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm a Scorpio. I don't think it entirely fits me because it's very, like, oh, you're supposed to be a mysterious person who, like, has underlying urges to have sex with everyone they see. And I don't think I do. So, yeah. So there's that. And then last is what cable company do I have, which is AT&T Uverse out of the Google Box TV, which just kind of is like having internet on your TV, so your like TV is a computer. So, and we have like a Netflix app on it and a YouTube app. It's kind of fun. And then I remember Stasia also wanted to know like what my screen name means for AIM and for Skype. It's the same thing. I don't know if you've seen it or not. But it's supposed to be small Cinderella feet because I have really tiny feet and I thought it would be cute, but then it didn't fit because it was too long. So then I tried to sort of make it fit and it just is weird now. But that's okay. So that's it. That's all I have for TMI Tuesday in terms of questions and answers and my little interview part. You've met my dog. Sadie is currently snoring on my lap and growling because she doesn't want me to move her, the little princess. Boomer's in the background. I'll move him up here while I say goodbye to you all. Oh, hi, Boo. So that's all I have for TMI Tuesday. And I have your next TMI Tuesday person, who is Justin. So congratulations, Justin. I'm looking forward to seeing your video, as are we all. So feel free to make your little blurb and then have fun with your video, and we'll see it in a couple weeks. So thank you for letting me do your TMI Tuesday Night Lockers, and I will see you all today, I guess. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Bye! Love you all. My doggies send love too, as they yawn and are sleepy. Bye! Let's turn this off. Bye, Night Lockers. Love you.